Just talking to BB Shea about his weekly wrap-up.
Yep.
Well, we don't want to overpromise.
No.
But I wanted to come clean that all week I have said the Friday game of Pyramid, which we play in garbage time, which is only about 20 minutes away. We're in garbage time now.
I can feel it.
Me too. I've really slumped. Just the last couple
The slump
minutes.
is real.
That's right. I mean, that's garbage time for you, you know.
A big slab of chicken didn't help.
So I think that the game of Pyramid, which I have promoted all week, is like, wait till Friday. Wait till Friday. This is going to be
Extra special.
Yeah.
Extra good.
I overdid it. It's not as good as we thought it was. You know, it's just a little different. That's all it is. It's a little different than usual. But I think when you get to it, you're going to say, that was it. You talked all about this all week, and here it is. The classic oversell. But we'll find out here in the next 20 minutes or so when we play. Yeah, I've had good games all week long here, of very good games of Pyramid, so hopefully we have it again. And BB Shea's he's big on today's rap, so we'll see. All right, we'll wait and see on that. That starts a Demm report.
Well, one couldn't help but notice that, I guess for the first time in more than a year, I don't know if your computer's been hacked, but typically the BB Shea wrap-up comes first.
Oh, is that right?
Has for more than a year.
Yeah.
Oh, that's because since he's gone permanent, I like to put it at the end of the Demm report.
Yeah.
Since he's here now in the...
Oh, he doesn't.
You don't want him to leave.
He doesn't have to be summoned.
yeah. Since he's not leaving now. Rap, boy, rap!
Because he used to slink in and slink out.
Yeah. Now there's no slink out, so I thought it was more natural just to go right to the commercial break after he does it.
I see.
But it used to be a nice break for him to get out of the room. Oh, did I not tell anybody that?
No one.
But, yeah.
I'm sure
yeah.
everyone was perplexed.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, we're doing it at the end now. But
Put your phone away, BB Shea.
okay, when Biggie comes back, we'll go back to doing it the old way. You know, you're slink in, slink out. Because now you don't have to leave. You're sitting right here. You're in your own studio now. Sorry. I just changed that mentally for myself. Excuse me. That was just a mental change.
Is it wrong to ask BB Shea if he's looking forward to the day when Biggie comes back?
Oh, that's a good question.
Is that fair?
Well,
to
your
ask?
sleep pattern must be off.
You know, I'm doing good.
You're
Everything's
right.
fine. I'm thoroughly enjoying being here.
Let me repeat what our boss said about you.
Yeah.
Okay. This was 3 days ago. He summoned Chris Demm and me to his office.
Yeah.
And
Close the door.
Come in here and close the door. And first he said, "How's Biggie?" To which we said,
I didn't think we were supposed to talk to him.
right. And then we had a 3-minute conversation about Biggie where we had to sort of make up stuff like, well, I think he's really doing well. You know, he seems to be buying.
He should be
it.
doing well.
He's losing weight and all this kind of stuff. He's in a facility. And then at the end, he said, before I go, I want you to know that his fill-in, what's his face? Spot on. Yeah. Great job.
Yeah.
I said, well, that'll mean a lot.
Yeah.
We'll be sure to tell him.
Yes.
No, it does. All the kind words have been good. And, you know, I just want to make sure that Biggs is okay and he comes back.
That's the most
Of
important.
course.
I thoroughly
Yes,
enjoy
absolutely.
being here.
It's important.
I've had a
Exactly.
good time. So, but no, everything's. I'm cool. So
Enjoy having you.
Yeah.
Always enjoy having you in here. You've picked up the ball and run with it.
Yep.
Absolutely. But I should have told you, put your phone away. Get you at about 15. All right,
we'll get to you and get
catch
to
you
you.
then. We'll get to you. Don't
Can I
worry.
ask you a logistical question, BB Shea?
Yeah.
It's no secret that you have you write your wrap on your phone.
yes,
Do you save the old ones?
yeah, I have every single one.
Are these in your notes?
Yes, every single one I've always done. I have.
I think they've improved dramatically since you started.
I agree.
I think they've gotten better and better and better.
Yeah.
Some people say, should he drop a beat behind us? And that's not his style.
No.
He doesn't
He
do
goes
that.
dry.
Want you to hear. Want you to pay
The
attention.
rarest of rare, the a cappella rapper.
Yeah.
We used to call them beat poets, and I used to walk out on them.
Yeah. They provide their own beats.
I like the way Dave said it. Dry. We're going to do it dry. That's it. That's how it's being.
Remember my wife on our very first date before 23 years ago, we went on a date, and we went to this little coffee shop music store, and they set up a microphone in the corner, and they said, "It's time for the poetry slam." And she said, "Do you want to get out of here?" And I said, "I'm going to marry this woman."
Yeah, right. And they did. He proposed that night. He got down on one knee. That was it. That's kind of what we have here, a poetry slam.
That's almost what it is.
With BB Shea is coming up. Well, I like it.
Whoa, man.
I'm excited.
Whoa, man.
I'm excited about this. Okay.
Put that behind your paywall.
We should. That's right. We should put your raps behind.
Real far behind.
Exclusive. Behind the
In fact, let's build a second one.
Last section.
We should build a wall, and you can pay for it. And
Who's going to pay for the wall?
He's going to pay for it.
Mexico.
I'm not paying for it.
We're going to build the wall, and Mexico's going to pay for it. You'll be behind that wall. God, it's going to be wonderful. And that's where we're going to put your wrap.
yes.
Wait till the revenue comes flowing in.
Right. Yeah. That's going to be really, really good. All right, so we'll get to you here.
All right,
in a little
we'll get
bit.
to
That's
you.
right, we'll get to you. Don't worry.
Here, we don't. A lot of times when we talk about athletes on this show, it's because they've done something wrong. So let's take a moment and recognize some high school soccer players hailed as heroes in Wyoming. This past Saturday, U.S. Highway 20 closed down due to a rock slide in Wind River Canyon. Sounds like a delightfully gorgeous place, Wind River Canyon.
Dangerous.
Well, yeah, traffic. Well, that's that part of the world. Traffic, of course, began to back up, but as fate would have it, two different buses carrying two different high school boys soccer teams were on the road that night. They were coming back from, I think, a tournament. Once they realized what had happened, members of both the Powell Panthers and the Warland Warriors hopped off their respective buses and started clearing the rocks from the roadway.
Wow.
I love it.
As much as they could. Some of these things were, of course, too big for humans to move, but they were able to clear enough to allow a single lane of traffic to pass through.
Good for
By
him.
the time the police, eventually law enforcement got there and they got the heavy equipment in there to clear the roadway entirely. But well done, boys soccer teams.
What else can you say?
From Powell and Warland, rivals on the field, but off the field, humans.
Together. Yeah, that's exactly
Message.
right. That's exactly right.
Rock heroes.
Take a lesson, Congress.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah. Well,
Tell them, Leno.
Tweet that one.
I should tweet that.
Yes.
That is very little. Maybe the Capitol, maybe Washington, D.C. up at the Capitol could take a lesson from this.
They're all of us.
You know? That's right.
send them out there before the rock slide.
Rival.
Yeah.
Rival.
I know some people ain't be buried in the rock garden.
Put some sense into them.
That's right. Thank you. I appreciate it. I will tweet that.
Yeah.
If I could figure out how to tweet.
Whatever that password is.
That'd be my next tweet. That's right.
When your job is animal control, you never know what you're going to get. Dogs, skunks, snakes. On a typical workday, you could probably see any one of them. An animal control officer in New Jersey got a call to rescue a parrot last Wednesday. Officer Jim Ferry thought someone's exotic bird must have escaped through an open window and got into the woods in Princeton. So Jim met with the man, the citizen who had spotted the bird. His name is Tim Lynch. And the two approach the bird carefully. Be very quiet. You don't want to scare off the bird.
Right.
Because you may never see it again.
Yes.
But the closer and closer they got, the bird didn't move. And then they thought, oh, man, it's dead. It's a dead parrot, an ex-parrot, as they would say in Monty Python.
Yes.
Finally, they were within arm's reach of the bird, and that's when it hit them. It's fake.
What? We have
Not a real parrot.
We have the animal control rescue officer speaking of it.
And the two of us are walking back there, and we're not wanting to scare it away, so it flies away. And as we get closer, I'm thinking, oh my gosh, this poor thing's dead. It's not moving. And he gets, we're about 2 feet away. He's about to throw a net over it, and he goes, it's fake.
We have a saying in animal control that a sick or injured animal is very easy to catch, and this was probably the easiest catch I've ever had.
The Jim and Tim Show, ladies and
They
gentlemen.
got it back. They got it. Well done.
There's a great photograph they posted of Officer Jim cradling the bird in his arm.
Nursed it back to health.
The bird is now perched inside the police station until its rightful owner can be found.
Fantastic. Yeah.
I love that.
What a great find. Yeah.
P1 Kevin found this one and sent it in. As if you need anything else to worry about, there's a new species of toxic worm making its way across the United States. I don't know that we've talked about these before. We've talked about other strange, wriggly creatures before. These are called hammerheads, wreaking havoc in gardens and soils starting in the fall of last year. Here's the problem. Hammerheads eat earthworms, and we as humans need earthworms. They, turn, organic matter into soil and nutrient-rich soil. Very important to the ecosystem.
I'm sorry. That gets me.
Let it go now.
In a way, it just feels like we're under attack, under assault. All these creatures come in. The bees are having trouble surviving. We need them. We
need bees. You need worms.
We need
things
worms.
you don't think about. They're not glamorous.
That's right. We need them.
And as if they don't, they're toxic to gardens and animals, and they multiply in vast numbers. The hammerheads, and they don't need a partner to reproduce.
The hell?
And if you cut it up into little pieces, they infinitely clone themselves.
God, they're the perfect creature, like Alien.
Yeah,
They
that
kind of is.
You can't
That's
kill 'em.
exactly right.
You can't kill them.
If you're worried about them, experts suggest using mustard powder. Spread it in your garden, what have you, your yard,
Yeah.
because apparently they love mustard.
Yeah, okay.
And they say you then have to put them in a plastic bag and leave them in the sun, or drown them in a mix of vinegar and soapy water.
That's the only way to get rid of
Only
them.
way.
Even chopping them up doesn't work. And they
Chopping 'em up
reproduce
doesn't work.
on their own without
On
a
their own.
partner.
Set them on fire.
You hearing that? Wow.
I don't know if Lake of Fire is going to work.
I don't know either. Oh, do they have hammerheads?
Vinegar drowning is the only
Vinegar
way to do it.
drowning. Here's a fun fact. Hammerheads are from the Japan and the Korean peninsula, believed to have arrived in the balls of cherry trees perhaps hundreds of years ago.
And just now they're becoming a big problem.
I guess they've reproduced to the point where they're spreading.
I just read, too, that there's a creature called the penis snake.
Yeah.
Let's get
Want
you.
to see it?
All right.
You ever see one up close?
This is
This is a TikTok, right?
this
This isn't real.
nothing funny about it. There's something called a penis snake or a rubber eel. That's what they're called.
Trouser
right?
snake.
They're called a penis snake because you can imagine what they look like. I won't go into that. But they're native to Venezuela and Colombia, but they've now been spotted near Miami. So they've come into the United States and
With the Las Drogas?
yes,
Or
cocaine.
bananas?
Yeah,
Or plantanas?
they're being
Meet me in
smuggled
Miami.
in, and they're a problem because they cause problems to our ecosystem.
They're not part of the system.
They're not part of the system. They thrive in warm water, shallow water, which Florida has plenty of, and now they're wondering. Now, people are saying, "Uh-oh, if we get these in our water system, we've got trouble."
Honey, does that look like a penis in the garden?
How big are they, Kelly?
Huge. Mine's huge.
I thought women and men estimate them differently.
Yeah.
3 inches tops.
Women are not impressed.
2.5, 3 inches.
Seriously, they are anywhere from 5 inches to 2 feet long. A small snake, and they're called rubber eels, but most people call them penis snakes because of their look.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's get you
And what kind of look?
Snickers out of the way.
Circumcised or un?
Circumcised. I'll show them to you. I'll show you.
I don't know if I want to see it.
No, I'll show it. I'll look it up on the phone. But I'm telling you, it's becoming a huge problem in Florida.
Hammerheads and penis snakes.
Exactly.
And regular snakes, the boa constrictors,
Well, yeah,
and
of course.
pythons aren't
Of course,
supposed
that
to be
aren't
there.
supposed to be there.
Iguanas too.
Exactly.
And finally, who's the last guy you want to meet in a gym locker room? Would you believe? Oh, boy. There it is.
See that?
Show it to the camera, please.
I just
show it to them.
I just showed off. That's the I just Googled images for the penis snake, and that's what it is. That
Doesn't look familiar to me.
God, is that is a dis-
Excuse me while I whip this.
that creature right there. My God, run up against
How
that.
many Pornhub links did you have to file for? Actually got to
No,
the penis
no,
snake. No.
That's another- there it is.
Page 2.
They're just coiled and ready to strike.
Well, now that I've seen.
It is gross. It's disgusting.
It really is.
And it's now it's on our soil. It's here on our land.
Come on, Venezuela.
Oh, that's terrible.